We are just close to 497 subscribers within 50 days, just 3 more subscribers needed to hit the 500 mark. Thanks for all the support to grow this channel. Today we are reviewing Bose Soundbar 700. Just tell the Soundbar 700, aka SB700, what to do, and Alexa will get it done. Bose not only made room for Amazon Alexa inside the new Soundbar 700. They also gave her a nice upgrade, 8 custom microphones and array with echo cancellation and near-field detection. So they are designed to hear you, always, even when you're playing Stevie Ray Vaughan on 10. Add to that, Bose added a cool little light bar that lets you know when Alexa is listening, or pondering her answer, or speaking, so now her pregnant pauses make sense. Bottom line, if you can talk, you can already operate the Soundbar 700. The Bose Soundbar 700 brings with it an attractive, elegant premium design and fantastic sound output. It misses out on some tech like Dolby Atmos and DTS:X and also does not have HDMI pass-through. It does support eARC, along with Alexa support, and comes with a universal remote control. The soundbar is modular, which means you can attach a sub and satellite speakers in the future if you want to. Bose as a brand has received a lot of flack from audiophiles, but there is no denying that they make some great audio products. The QC series is a noise-canceling force to reckon with, and the Soundlink is a great portable speaker. Today we have with us the premium soundbar from Bose, the Bose Soundbar 700. Overall, the quality of sound output is what you'd expect from a premium soundbar, and it brings with it some unique functions too. However, there are features the soundbar lacks, which at this price point is a bummer. If you'd rather not talk to Alexa, you can still control the Soundbar 700 with an app as smart and as intuitive as any on the market. The new cloud-based Bose Music App gives you full control over all your music sources, whether Spotify, Amazon Music, internet radio stations, podcasts, whatever. What's in the box? In the box, you get the soundbar itself along with a remote control that can double up as a universal remote control. You also get 4 AAA batteries, a cleaning cloth, adaptive headset, optical cable, HDMI cable, and of course, the power cable. Considering this is a premium product, it is nice to see the optical and HDMI cable bundled in the box. The cleaning cloth is a boon, and we will highlight why in the design section. The remote control accompanying the system is extremely interesting, and we will touch upon that in the review as well. Connectivity options. When it comes to connectivity options, the soundbar has an HDMI port for ARC connectivity. But sadly there is no HDMI pass-through option, which is disappointing at this price point. There are a lot of soundbars offering this feature, and some like the JBL SB450 even offer 4K HDR pass-through, making it the HDMI hub under your TV. Moving on, the Bose Soundbar 700 also has an optical input, USB input SEC, and of course a port for the adaptive headset. You can connect your smartphone to the system via Bluetooth if you like. The soundbar also supports Alexa voice control, so you don't need to find your smartphone or remote control if you want to change the track or increase/decrease the volume. The whole reason for getting a soundbar is about making your TV sound awesome. From way easier to understand on-screen dialogue, you can finally turn off those subtitles, to thunderous explosions and cinematic, kick-ass sound effects. The Soundbar 700 gets it done by way of Bose's own phase guide technology, which, combined with Bose's quiet port design, transforms the listening experience in a way that reduces distortion and widens the sound field. The end result, sounds are heard in places where there are no speakers. The net effect, you and your audience are surrounded in serious, big, cinematic sound. Setting up. The more time you invest in setting up the soundbar, the better the experience will be. Why, you ask? Well, to get the best output from the soundbar, you will spend some time calibrating it to your listening positions, which is a very good thing. After you connect it to your TV via ARC or an optical cable, you will be prompted to download the Bose Music App. Once the app is downloaded, you can follow the on-screen instructions, which is pressing next a lot and signing into or creating a Bose account. During the setup, you will be asked to connect the adaptive headset and sit in 5 places in your room where you are most likely to sit and watch TV. This calibrates the soundbar to give you the best possible listening experience for the position you are sitting at. I highly recommend going through this setup carefully as instructed. It does influence the listening experience. Once you've followed the instructions on the app, you can go on to calibrate the remote control included with the soundbar as a universal remote control. This will enable you to switch on/off your TV, set-top box and even your gaming console. Overall, setting up the soundbar takes some time, especially when it comes to your listening position, but it is worth the effort. Build and design. Speaking of the design of the soundbar, it is available in two colors, black and white. The top of the soundbar is tempered glass and despite looking extremely elegant, is prone to gathering dust easily. This is why Bose has included a microfiber cleaning cloth in the box. You will spend some time cleaning the soundbar. The soundbar is also really long, measuring a little under 40 inches. It is ideal for a 50 or 55-inch TV and may seem overwhelming under a smaller TV. All the connectivity options are hidden at the back, which is nice. The top houses two touch-sensitive buttons, one to mute the microphone and the other an action button. Below the buttons, on the front panel of the soundbar rests a small thin white light which illuminates when you give the Alexa command or interact with the remote. At times, the pulsating light looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. The drivers themselves have a wraparound metal grille giving the soundbar an elegant look and premium feel. The grille curves on the edges and wraps itself very neatly around the soundbar. You have the option to wall mount the soundbar or place it on a tabletop stand. Overall, the design of the Soundbar 700 is elegant and it is extremely well built. Movies. Watch movies and you will realize that the soundbar is meant to give you a surround experience. From the bike chase sequence in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, to guns firing all over the place in The Matrix. And even in movies like A Quiet Place, where after a quiet moment you have sound of the creatures all around you. The channel shift and surround effects are incredible considering this is a soundbar. If the sound needs to come from your left or right, it does feel so. You know that it is being simulated by the sound bouncing off walls, but considering the effect is coming from one bar under your TV and not surround speakers is impressive. Dialogues are very clear too, even in the heat of battle or in a movie like John Wick. A musical like La La Land will engross you and make you emotional with the audio alone. Music. The music performance of the Bose soundbar is what you'd expect from a Bose speaker. It is also dependent on the kind of music you listen to. So with classic rock, where the bass isn't necessarily overpowering, it sounds clean. Vocals are distinguishable from the instruments and highs are clear. When it comes to Daft Punk's electronics music, you can make out the different tunes of the synthesizer at play. If you like heavy metal, however, then you will feel the lack of a sub for the lows. If it is classical where the vocals take center stage, the speaker can produce them quite clearly. The speaker doesn't distort at loud volumes, and even though we played music at full volume for some time, you won't need to go beyond the 70% volume mark in the average living room. Gaming. For gaming we played Witcher 3, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War and Doom. In all the games, the channel separation and surround effects made the games immersive. I was expecting to feel the lack of a subwoofer in a game like Doom, and honestly, there are only a few moments where I missed it. The speakers did a fine job of replicating the thump of the shotgun and the shrieks of the monsters. Even in Spider-Man, the sound of the wind and the traffic as you swing from building to building and the sound of bullets whizzing past you highlight the channel separation of the soundbar. Overall, if you are looking for a soundbar, it is every bit as impressive as you'd expect from Bose. If you are missing the extra oomph, you can consider buying the optional subwoofer. Heck, for a more immersive surround experience you can even consider the optional surround satellite speakers, but if you just want the bar alone, it will perform quite well. Remote control. The bundled remote control with the soundbar is both traditional and futuristic. Traditional in the sense that it has all the possible buttons imaginable on it and it runs on 4 AA batteries. Futuristic because the buttons aren't clicky like a traditional remote control. And here is the best part, only that portion of the remote lights up based on the feature you are using. So if you are listening to music, the number pad and other TV-related controls are deactivated. When using it as a remote for your TV, all the appropriate functions are lit. This is a convenient feature as it prevents accidental presses of the wrong button. The remote control can give something like the Logitech Harmony a run for its money, if only it worked every time. There are times when I wanted to switch on my TV and the soundbar with it and only the soundbar came on and vice versa. Also, I failed multiple times to sync my PS4 Pro to the universal remote. Even though the process of syncing your gadgets is as simple as navigating the app, it can take some time and can get a little frustrating. Bottom line. So here's answering the most important question: should you buy this soundbar? For comparison, it's hard for us to tell you alternatives to consider as we haven't tested quite a few of them. However, think of it this way. You can buy the soundbar today, add a sub later if you miss the ground-shaking thump and if you want to venture into home theater territory. You can add the surround speakers later. It is this modular nature of the soundbar coupled with great audio performance that makes it attractive. However, remember that the base module for the Soundbar 700 costs a whopping 64,500 rupees and the satellite speakers cost 28,240 for a pair. This brings the cost of the entire setup, including the soundbar, to 171,740 rupees. You could get a kick-ass home theater from the get-go if that's your budget. Coming back to the Soundbar 700, on the downside, it is missing out on current gen tech like Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, and some of the smart and universal functions are buggy. It also does not have HDMI pass-through. If all these features are important to you, then you may want to consider your options. If you are looking for a premium soundbar with good sound output, then you can consider the Bose Soundbar 700. If you are considering the Bose Soundbar 500, which is about 20,000 rupees cheaper, then hold your horses. We will review that one really soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. You guys can initiate a discussion in the comment box if you have any different opinions about the contents in this video. Be the first to start the debate in the box below. Purchase links related to the products in this video are kept in description. We will be grateful if you could please make your next purchase from that link, as this will help us to grow our channel. Good morning, good evening and good night, whichever part of the world you are from. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected. I will assure you to make quality and interesting videos in future. This is Jason Peter, signing off.